All right, man. Hey, guys, this is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. And you know what? I got another podcast for you. Last night, if you guys watched the show, we were in the great state of Kentucky. And you know what? Instead of coming back to Texas, I just continued to head north. Today, I am, let me see if I get this right because I got a little confused with the names London, Ontario, Canada. Am I correct,
Correct.
guys?
Yep,
Yep.
yep, you got it.
All right, man. Pleasure for you guys coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You
Thanks
Thanks
for
know,
having us.
Thanks for having us.
I've never did a podcast in Canada before, so you guys would be the first. Also, I really appreciate it taking your busy time out. I know some of you guys can be skiing or doing some bear hunting up there. Whatever you guys do up there, man. I'm pretty sure you guys could be doing it besides talking to little old me down here in Texas.
We appreciate the invite. Yes, we do.
Yeah, for sure. It's
You know what
awesome.
I'm saying? In that fact, it's been almost I think I reached out to you guys almost a month ago.
Yeah.
So I've been looking forward to this for a while, man. And please forgive me, dude. It's been very, very busy. This podcast
No
has
worries,
been
man.
nonstop, since
Yep.
since I got this thing started. But you know what? We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna start talking to my man CJ from
JC.
Sniper Paranormal. Well, I don't know why I keep saying
JC.
CJ.
You know what? I'll just go with it. It's cool, man.
Okay, JC
There you
from
go.
Sniper Paranormal. So, guys, I'll be right back in a minute. See, that is so funny. All right, hey, quick commercial, man. Appreciate it. Normally, I would have some zingers, but they're not paying me for them, so I'm not eating them today. Normally, I would eat zingers, and they still wouldn't pay me for it, but that's okay. I love those things. I try to eat them on every podcast that I'm on, but I didn't get a chance to make it to the store. Okay, well, see, JC.
Yep.
Hey man, tell me a little bit about what's going on up there in Canada. But the most important thing, tell me a little bit about your team.
Well, Sniper Paranormal was actually started back in March of 2017 by my best friend Brad and I, and it was just the two of us at first. So we try to get into anywhere we could to investigate, basically. So nothing really big at first. We go in and we do cemeteries. We do like the Donnellys of Lucan, their cemetery and their backstory. Do a lot of research. We just basically get in and do what we can and try to collect what we could. So in I think it was 2017, we actually went to the Eldon House, which is London, Ontario's oldest house that was built by one of the wealthiest men, Mr. Harris, back in the 1800s. And he built it and lived in it with his family for decades. And I think it was like the mid 20th century when the house was actually donated with all its furniture in the city of London. So London had control of the house. They turned it into a museum, and basically
Mhm.
the house is beautiful. It's still got all the artifacts and all the historical features of it. So we went to that place, just Brad and I, and we just talked to the curator there, and we said, "Look, we're just starting out. We'd like to maybe get in, do an investigation if possible, try to build up like a rapport or credentials that we could start using throughout the years." So that was our first major stop, and they were open to that. She took it to the board, and they were game for it. And but the thing was, they're under renovation, so we had to wait a year. So we
Oh
thought,
wow.
okay. So we waited till the following year, but while we were waiting, we did one of their Halloween events in October. Um, it was a workshop we did with the Eldon
Mhm.
House, and then that would buy us some time, before our investigation, which came along in actually April of 2018. So Brad and I went in and investigated the Eldon House in April of 2018, and we caught a couple interesting things. So we got together with the events coordinator, and we also did another Halloween event for them that year in October as well. We did a presentation, and we just presented everything that we were captured. So after working with them for basically 2 years, they got together and they wrote up a letter of reference for us, and that started our credentials. So from there, we tried to get into more and more places that are a
Mhm.
little more well known, and that took a little more work to get into. Like the next one we got into was the Lawrence House in Sarnia, and it's the same deal as the Eldon House in London. So we gave them our letter of recommendation. We talked to the curator. They were game. We went in 2019. It was Brad, myself, and we recruited Mike, who we met at one of our events at the workshop at the Eldon House. We recruited him. So it was the three of us went in. We did that one. They were pleased with what we got and how honest we were about our findings, and they wrote us a letter of recommendation. So we're starting to get our rapport out there and a good name. So I'm like, great. And then COVID hit. So COVID slowed us down as it did with everybody. Basically, we were off for 2 years. We didn't bother trying to get anywhere, uh,
Mhm.
because of the restrictions. So then when COVID started loosening up a bit in 2022, we were hoping to get in and do some investigations, but Brad fell ill that year, and he was having complications, and he wasn't doing well at all. So we kind of that year was kind of pooched for us. But then last year we just started right back up again. Unfortunately, in April we lost Brad, and he was our equipment tech. And we had an investigation coming up in that June of last year. So we thought, okay, well, I might have somebody that could do the job. And I went to my friend Murdoch, Steve, sorry, that I work with at work, and I know he's very technical. So I asked him and thought, would you be interested in trying this out? You don't have to keep doing it. Just try it out, come out and see what you think. Basically, he got on board. Things went good, and we just started going further from there. So we've established some social media pages. We've got our style of investigating where we go in and we'll we'll go in and do what everybody else does. You go to look for unexplained events, anything
Mhm.
that's out of the ordinary that can't be explained, and document. And that's what we did. We go in and we document stuff, and basically, if we could debunk, we debunked quite a bit of stuff, but we also found some stuff that was unexplainable. So what we'll do is we'll document it, archive it, and put it away. But when we went and presented it to the Lawrence House, we it actually ended up turning into a presentation with a whole bunch of them. So it was kind of like a surprise to us. But we just basically showed them the footage, explained everything, any steps that we took to debunk it, and we just said, that's the facts and that's the footage. I said, if it's a paranormal or not, that is totally up to you to decide. We're not going to come in and try to say, "Oh, that's a ghost. This is a ghost," or it's like that's what happened. This we tried to debunk it and we could.
Mhm.
So you know what? That's the facts. That's the footage. It's your call, right? So we just basically go in and find what we can that we can't explain, and when we present it, we basically present it so that they make their own call on it. So we're not forcing people to think, "Oh, it's a ghost." It's like, and that's basically how we do our investigations. So we'll just go in and basically collect, and we probably debunked more than we've caught.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, that's normally how it is these
yeah,
days.
and you know what? We have no problem doing that because when we do catch something that we are unable to debunk, and we've caught some things that we are unable to debunk, but we don't present it as, oh, this is a ghost or this is paranormal. We just say, okay, this is what happened. This is what we did to try to debunk it. and there it is. So you make your own call, and we just try to make it so that we're not trying to force the issue on people, right?
Understand that, guys. All right. You know what, man? We're gonna get back. We're gonna get into a little bit more details about you guys here in a minute. But hey, to let you guys know, and everybody that are with us from around the world, tonight we are streaming on 8 different platforms tonight. Tonight we're streaming on Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast Facebook page, and my personal Facebook page, which is our NSPS TV Paranormal Facebook page. So, all of you guys that are on the social media, thank you for joining in. I see there's 4 out there already. Let's get these numbers up, man. Come on, guys, and let's support this team from up north. Show them our love and support, and hey, let's just ask a lot of questions, and so on and so on. So, hey, join the show. Okay, hey, JC.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yep.
You know what? I'm sorry for your loss of one of your
Thank you.
members. I know that was probably a hard time for you guys, but I have to know what made you guys want to get into a field that is, if it's not one of the most, um, it's not one of it's one of those fields, man, where a lot of people just want to throw the what if at you. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, Mike, what made you want to join this hectic paranormal field and become an investigator?
Well, I've been like a lifelong believer. I had an experience when I was a child that I cannot forget. It's still like clear as day to me anytime I think about it. So like I say, it's been a lifelong, not obsession for me necessarily, but always of interest. So, um, like I said, the JC said we had these seminars that Alden House was putting on in October, and yeah, 2017. So I just approached them, sort of talking shop kind of thing with them. Comparing what I'd done investigation wise. I just actually come back the year before. I'd had the opportunity to go to Ireland, so I was
Mm,
able to like sort of find some nice spots there, like Lep Castle, Charleville, Duckett's Grove. So sort of compared my own little investigations that I was able to do over there compared to what these guys were starting up. And yeah, like I say, just talking shop. And uh, unfortunately, we never actually thought to exchange contact information. So a year went by.
Okay.
They were doing another seminar, like I said, when said they had the investigation and their results. So this is 2018, and luckily they were there. I came back. So yeah, we actually, decided to share information on how to get a hold of each other, and yeah, it sort of went off from there. Like anything that JC had said, that's sort of the history from me joining on from 2018.
okay. Mr. Murdoch, what about you? Talk to me.
I'm definitely the noob on the team here, and so I had no background in any of this stuff, and it was only after after Brad passed away and JC approached me and asked me if I would be interested in helping him out, and I thought honestly it was just going to be one investigation and done kind of thing, and I thought okay, you know what, no problem, I can go in and I'll sit there and watch camera monitors and drink coffee and watch these guys make idiots of themselves all night. No problem, I
Thanks,
can do that.
Ben.
And it was crazy because right from the get-go it's like we weren't even done setting up yet, and we had sensors going off in the attic, and we had
Bang.
elevators moving, and I'm sitting there going, is this like, does this stuff always happen with you guys? And they're like, no, no, this stuff never happens. So after that one night, I mean, I was hooked. Like I got the bug big time. So
It was
Cool.
I'm
an
in it now.
eventful night. Banging
Yeah.
It
noises and
was, yeah.
things being moved. Oh yeah.
Now, are any of you guys sensitives, medium, psychics? Any of you guys
Honestly,
got
no.
that twinkle twitch?
Not at
I
all. Like I
don't.
said, I just had that one
No.
experience when I was a child, but ever since, yeah, like I say, I'm like a sensitive brick. Yeah, there's nothing going on.
I don't have it, but there was one time when I walked remember the Arlington guys when we went down there? That was the only time I actually was on an investigation where I walked into a room and I felt something, and it was weird because I've never felt anything. I'm not sensitive or anything. So I walked down into the basement just to first check it out during the day, and I looked at Murdoch and I'm like, dude, it's like I get a weird feeling like I'm being watched. Like it's not just by one set of eyes. It was like it was being watched constantly by multiple sets of eyes. It was a weird feeling. I've never felt an investigation going in and having that feeling. Like I'm not big on feelings because you can't
Mhm.
prove feelings. You just got to take the credit. But and I told Murdoch this too, and Mike. I said I walked down there and it felt like it. It didn't feel threatening. It felt like something was constantly watching, like watching whatever we do. It was an odd feeling. But like I said, I couldn't document my feelings, so it's just basically take my word for it. But that's the only time I really felt something weird when I was in an investigation. So
Oh,
For
wow.
me, that first night at the Lawrence house, there was a few times when these guys would be
Mhm.
up on the second or third floor, and I'd be watching them on the monitors, and all of a sudden, I would look over my shoulder, and then just I had that really strong feeling that there was someone there. But of course, there was no one. But then, like the sensor would go off out in the hallway, and I'd be like, oh, here we go. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
definitely
right.
felt something, but I don't know, if I would consider that being sensitive or not. But yeah, I definitely felt something that night for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys interested in adding more members to your team, or are you going to keep it at the three that you guys are at now?
Well, we did talk about it, I think, last year, and we were considering adding someone else that we worked with. But then we thought, you know what, after our Arlington investigation at the hotel, we looked at each other and we're like, you know what, guys, and we all came to this decision is the three of us have good chemistry, the way we're
Mhm.
working. All three of us always make the investigation and always make the reveal. So, I mean, we're all
Hmm.
there for the reveal. It's like, I don't want to bring in a fourth, which would probably be harder to manage because it's like now we got to make sure that all four of us can get the day off for an investigation because we all work full time. So it's like,
Ah,
so you know what? The three of us, we've been working together for Mike and I have been working together since 2018. Murdoch fit right in
Yep.
because his schedule is the same as mine. We both work days at the same place. So, we book off 3 weeks of our vacation together so that we can put in investigations in those 3 weeks throughout the year. So basically adding a fourth person, it would kind of complicate it that way. But like I said, our chemistry, I think, and they think too, is like there's no issues. Like everybody seems to have their role, right?
Mhm.
hmm.
Yeah.
We
All
are
right.
thinking that we might at some point we might bring like a medium with us, just at the start of an investigation, just to walk through and maybe get some vibes or stir up some activity for us.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we're definitely considering doing that, but they wouldn't be a permanent member of the team though.
No,
Mm,
just do it. Like right now, we just established a contact who's a clairvoyant, and she's already lined up an investigation for us where she will be coming in with us to do a psychic sweep. But she's familiar with the owners, and she's done work at this place too. So even if we have her in all night, that's fine. But it's getting us an extra spot. And I spoke with her, and she agreed. Like she's interested in what we do, and we're interested in what she
Mhm.
does. I'm a little skeptical about psychics and clairvoyance, but I can still keep a bit of an open mind and listen to what they say. And you know what? If she feels something, or if she like says, "Oh, I sense this over here," we have equipment that could more than likely pick it up. So it might be able to, you know, verify what she's feeling. And if we're able to
mm.
document that, like if she's feeling a presence over here and we set a REM pod down and it starts going off, maybe there's something to what she's saying, right?
Right.
So,
Now, it's. Are you guys able to see the comments that I'm putting up on the board?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What do you
yeah. I
guys
don't,
think
I don't.
about those last three comments?
JC,
It's interesting.
I
do you
didn't actually read them because I was like
you
focusing on, but no, sorry, I didn't read the last
oh,
comment. What was it?
it's from a lady named
Um,
Irene
Yep.
saying there's a male spirit watching over us. And I mean, we've had this discussion before about Brad,
Oh
about
mhm.
yeah.
that's That's the first thing I thought of when I read that. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
That's
that's who she's picking up. Yeah,
That's what we thought when we were doing the Lawrence house, because
Yep.
that was his last investigation with
Yep.
us in 2019.
so she's not wrong.
yeah.
No, she's Irene comes on a lot of my podcasts.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
And there's a lot of people, man, who's doing the same thing you do, CJ. I
yeah.
mean JC.
It's all good, buddy.
They just
You'll get
sit
it.
there and they just they think they're like,
Yeah.
oh man, how can this woman who's 10,000 miles away know this? And she's in Japan.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think her
I
last
think
name's
I
Akiko.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
away. And every time that she speaks on something, yeah, I know. She is right on everything.
Hmm.
Like when we had a couple guys from the UK come on, they were talking about the dolls. She hit their name before they even said the name.
Really?
Wow.
And I'm like, oh no, man.
That's amazing.
And she was born in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
she just
yeah.
said that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think she said she's
All
out.
right. Well, you know
Oh,
what?
yeah, I see it there
Go
now.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You got quite the setup, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now let's talk about Canada, your country. How? Because I'm curious to know on what they think about what you guys do and what you bring to the table, as far as believing that there is something going on after death.
Good question.
Right.
I would say I think for the most part, people here, speaking pretty broadly, are generally pretty open minded to it. You know,
Yeah.
most people are pretty open to it. You'll of course always meet people who would be like, that stuff doesn't exist. But I would say most people, even people who say it doesn't exist, if you say, hey, you want to watch a ghost video? Yeah, sure. Right? Like
Yeah.
even people who are
Yeah.
super skeptical will still sit down and watch a video of something moving or something. Everyone's curious about it. At the very
Yep.
least, they're curious.
Yeah.
And that's why when we present evidence, we don't sit there and try to push that it's paranormal. We just show them we tell them the facts, we show them the footage, and we let them make their own decision. Because if there is a skeptic sitting there watching, you think they'd think, okay, fair enough. If you don't believe it, that's fine. If you don't think it's paranormal, that's what I'm saying. Like either it's paranormal or it's not. That's up to you. We're just doing what we do because we're curious about it, and we collect whatever evidence and steps we take to debunk or everything. We try to cover everything because we don't want to look like idiots doing this,
Mhm.
and we don't want to come off giving like fabricated evidence, because that's totally not how Sniper works. So
Okay.
it is what it is. Like if it's
Yes, sir, it is. Mike, how do you feel about a skeptic?
Okay. I'm going back to Sherlock Holmes for this one. There's a quote that Conan Doyle wrote: "Whenever you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth." So that's sort of how I approach this sort of thing too. Like we
wow.
cover everything as technically and with electronic whatever sort of devices we can use to, like I say, debunk it. And if there's still something that has happened that we can't explain, like I say, just leave it up to the viewer, whoever's we're interacting with, to let them decide. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
Yep.
sort of like my mantra is, yeah, impossible, improbable, truth.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Because I asked everybody this.
Yeah.
What type of paranormal investigators are you guys? There's a lot of them out there. A lot of them have different names. Some are into validation and validation only. Some of them are, into, you know, demons. If they ever come across one,
Right.
if they do, I want to be there to see it. You know, uh, there are so many different types of paranormal investigators out there. Which one
Right.
are you guys?
Well, seeing that we're still fairly new from 2017 and we had that gap, we didn't really do any investigations. I don't think, because we had such a slow start, that we've developed other than presenting evidence and making the viewer determine whether it's paranormal. I don't think we've actually established a certain type of style, as in
Yeah,
like
we don't have a niche yet, really.
yeah,
No.
we're going to be honest. We've never dealt with anything demonic, and I'm not going to go into a demonic case and think that I know everything. I will, talk to one of my contacts who made like our contact from here that we're doing the clock tower with. She's dealt with a lot of demonic stuff. So if I came into a case where there was a demonic thing, I wouldn't expect us to just jump in and then we do something where we get us affected or something happens. Like I don't want to take that chance whether it's real or not.
Mm-hmm.
But if I notify the contact who's familiar with working with that, then we can learn from that as well, and not like we haven't really developed what type we are. We go in and we'll collect the evidence, and we don't try to go in and deal with things and say that we are experts in demonic activity or you know anything that we're not, right? So
Right.
we're still kind of growing in that sense, which is good because just last year we actually started taking off in that sense and establishing more contacts, more sites to investigate, more social media pages. So we're still forming Sniper in that sense. So I hope that answers it all right.
Yep. All right. Hey, let's talk about something that I always talk about on the show, and let's talk about Hollywood, Hollywood, California. How do you guys feel about Hollywood, California, and the way that they present paranormal investigators, and some of the TV shows that are out there, and just the way they present, us as a whole.
Well, who wants to start this one? Because I got something to say about that.
I do like the way that
I
they've portrayed
yeah.
the Warren, like Ed and Lorraine Warren in the Conjuring series. I do like the way that they've approached though, like doing it as a
Excuse me.
real life paranormal investigators, like sort of dramatizing their investigations. The way they've actually portrayed the investigations themselves, not so keen on with like Annabelle, things like that, but just the actual personalities of Ed and Lorraine. I do like the way that they've been portrayed.
Okay.
Well,
I got to jump in here and just to forewarn everyone. I'm not trying to offend anybody or anything like that. So, but just speaking as like the noob on the team and just being new to this whole endeavor, this field, not knowing really what I was getting into, JC of course advised me, just go on YouTube and watch, all these other teams and watch what they do, and that's basically what we want to do. And I got to say, much to his disappointment, I think at the time, I watched a few other teams and I just said, dude, I don't want to do anything like that. I said, what I want like
no
what
offense,
we
but
what we do, like what we do. I said, I want it to be different, right? And what I mean by that is, um, not really trying to knock anybody or anything, but it just seems like, especially on YouTube, it just seems like there's a lot of teams out there that really like just play things up, try to make things, they use sound effects and scary
Yeah,
music
well,
and
yeah,
Mhm.
try and play
exactly.
things up and
yeah,
make it more of a big deal than it really is,
they
and
sensationalize
I
it.
just
Yeah,
exactly, yeah, and I just
yeah,
said, I don't want to do that. Like I said,
Yeah,
we're just going to present it as is,
yeah.
and like JC said, we're just going to present it. This is what we found. So it is what it is, right?
I'm not going to
And
sugarcoat it.
yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and I'm not.
Go ahead.
Oh, I
Sorry.
was just gonna say, I'm not gonna play it up just to get an extra few likes. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
just
And
can't.
you know
That's
what?
that's
And
kind of
that's
like,
the way it should be. I mean, you shouldn't have to sugarcoat anything because, believe it or not, if you're dealing with something residential, we're dealing with other lives that could be possibly at stake. So,
Exactly.
honestly,
mhm,
honestly, it's the best way.
Yep.
Yeah. If we're
You
yeah,
know,
fortunate enough to get some good footage, let the footage speak for itself. We don't have to.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
exactly,
You don't need to put
exactly.
music to
Yeah.
it. You don't need to
Exactly. Yeah.
and we're not in it for the ratings. We're not in it for any of that shit. We're sorry. I'm supposed to
No, you're
swear.
good.
Keep that out. Am I all right? Okay, sorry. Um, but Hollywood, like I watch a lot of those ghost shows, like Ghost Adventures. Love it. Watch like every episode. That's where I learned a lot of my style of investigating. But I also keep in consideration that the Travel Channel likes the ratings. And I know that when Murdoch said they add music in that, not only that, like sometimes I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes they try to get them to over exaggerate their reactions
Yep.
or add things. I don't, like Murdoch said, we just show it raw the way it is. We don't need to if because if it's raw the way it is and everything is just there, it's more appealing when it's very compelling. It's more interesting because you don't need music to enhance the feel or to like, holy shit, what's that? Like it's
Yep.
just so. I mean, I like those ghost shows and I watch a lot of them because I try to pick up different ideas and different techniques and find out some new equipment and that. But I always keep it in the back of my mind. I take all that shit with a grain of salt because I don't want to come off seeming like I'm forcing everybody to believe in a ghost or this is
Yeah,
haunted or this is a ghost.
or we're being fake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally. I don't want to look like an idiot, and I don't want these guys to look like an idiot. So I mean, I want us to come off, and I want to get some good shit so that people can see it and be
Right.
like, "Wow, that's pretty cool." It's like, and if we don't get anything, if we go in somewhere we don't get anything, then so be it. We don't get anything. Like I
Mm,
rather not have anything than sit there and try to fabricate some stuff, and it's not
Hmm.
even worth it. Like if you're really trying to prove this stuff, how do you feel good about showing fabricated footage? Like I
Yeah.
can't feel good about myself, and I think that's what some of these networks try to get some of their shows to do is to exaggerate it a bit. We don't have
mm.
time for that, right?
Okay. Well,
So yeah,
let me ask you a question. Do you think paranormal investigators back in the 80s were a lot better back then than what we're doing to now? Considering that the equipment that they used back in those days were a little bit more uh
basic.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit more basic. It didn't have all that technology in it that makes you, like all these phone apps today, and some of this stuff out here today, people are just putting together just
yeah,
because they can make a buck. And they know paranormal investigators will buy it because, like everybody else, they put on the box, made for paranormal use. You know,
I think
Yeah.
the equipment was so basic back then,
Yep.
so the investigator had to be better. So I think maybe with the more advanced equipment they have now, could possibly make an investigator less accurate or a little bit lazy in the sense of analyzing stuff. That's just what I think. Like I'm not
you know,
saying that
yeah.
we all are stupid or anything, but
And I
I
also
mean,
think that back then in the early 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, especially when the Warrens were doing it, I think
yeah,
they were using more of their senses, their touch,
Hmm.
right,
their smell, their eyes, their ears, their mind.
mhm,
Like you say, today, those things, a lot of paranormal investigators don't even use those techniques anymore.
right,
They
yeah,
so caught up on, the technology today to do that all for them.
yeah,
And like I always tell people, just because a ghost ball lights up doesn't mean it's haunted.
yeah, exactly,
Yep.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Just because a REM pod goes off doesn't mean it's haunted.
yeah.
Just because the EMF meter or K2 goes off doesn't mean something's going on.
That's the thing.
So
Yeah,
you got to take all of that into consideration on what we have today and what they had, what, 30 years ago, maybe 40
yeah,
years ago. you
yeah,
know uh, it's something. You know what, and to be honest with you, if I was a paranormal investigator back then, hell, there's no way I would. It's good to evolve, you
yeah,
know but sometimes you just gotta stick with what you know best.
yeah. I agree.
You
The
know what
old
I'm
school,
saying?
old school.
And old school, and these kids don't like to hear that word old school because it says that they're
Tough.
old. But the
Yeah.
old way is the best way. I always think so.
And like I said, the technology that evolves could, in some cases, make the investigator less reliant on his normal instincts, right? Like gets them
Yeah.
lazy in that aspect. That's
Yeah.
what I think. Like the advanced technology does most of the work for them, so they rely on it more. Whereas back in the 80s, they didn't have all that, so they're relying more on their instincts and their feelings, and you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, totally. Like,
You know, killer instincts, man. Killer.
yep,
That's why we call it killer instincts.
yep.
You
I
know, but I as we talk about that, I can also see where the modern paranormal investigator is coming from.
Oh
So
yeah,
I can actually see both. I can agree with the old school. I love it. But we also have to think about the future paranormal investigation,
yeah,
equipment and stuff that are coming out. And so we have to take this into consideration also. Do we want to stay in the 80s or do we want to evolve? Like I say, I love my old school tech, but there are some things out in this world that can really elevate a paranormal team to their highest level.
yep,
First of all, guys, we need to start using these
yeah,
more often. When I start using these, we need to get that big bulky camera out of our hand.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Because that if you got that big bulk of camera and you're going around doing this, there's other things we can use, to use besides that camera, and we're able to have that extra hand. And I just think as paranormal investigators, the future paranormal investigators, they're gonna have stuff that we've never even can imagine.
yeah, oh yeah,
And but will it get them closer to finding the answers that we're all searching for? I don't know. Will
yeah,
it get
It
them
was
closer to uh in other words, will it help them flip a page on whoever's writing that book about what we're trying to find out?
right,
I don't know.
yeah,
But I do know that people are making stuff, good stuff, and there's stuff out there now that people aren't using, they should be using,
right,
and so on and so on. Because I know the next set of paranormal investigators, dude, they're gonna be dressed up like they're freaking army
yeah.
yeah.
Tactical team.
tactical. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gonna be tactical. I'm serious,
yeah,
and they're gonna be ready to go.
yep,
And
being
what
the
do you guys think about
being the
that?
tech nerd. Yeah, being
yeah,
the tech nerd on our team, I can say I can see this from both sides because we recently, a few months ago, we bought a new camera system,
mhm.
and
That's
the
what I
new
was thinking.
Yep.
cameras basically, they do everything. They have AI facial recognition. They got motion tracking, sound tracking, all the different fields of vision. They record onto memory cards. And I thought, when I ordered these, I'm like, oh man, this is great. Like I'm not gonna have to do anything now, right? And but then the realization hit me afterwards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I basically just put myself out of a job. Like essentially I can now go into where we investigate. I can set these cameras up and then say, okay, guys, I'll see you in the morning, and go home because the
Mhm.
cameras are now doing by themselves everything that was my job originally, right?
Yeah,
So it kind of goes along with what you're saying too, though, because on one hand, I've now replaced my own job, but on the other hand, too, it kind of freed me up a little bit. And when we did
Yep,
the Arlington investigation, I was actually, instead of being stuck there, watching monitors, I was actually able to walk around
Yeah.
and,
yeah,
do a little bit of investigating on my
yeah.
own, and that was
That's
kind of nice.
exactly
Yeah.
So,
that's exactly what he's saying. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's good that we've got
but
like,
tech,
the whatever sort of SLS or FLIR cameras to like record the interactions, but sort of have to think too, like if we're interacting with entities, spirits that are like who knows how old, they're not going to know what to do or how to interact with these devices. So
yeah,
like JC's got just a little ball. And if we're ever in a place that has like a what could be a child spirit, just trying to interact with a spirit with something that they would know how to interact with, like just a ball, like to roll a ball back and forth if they were a child before when they passed away.
yeah. It's
So
kind
yeah,
of like the old
yeah,
school way of doing it
yeah.
too. Like, yeah,
Having something that they would be able
mhm.
to sort of to interact with in a tactile level. then record with whatever else we've got device wise. But yeah, just sort of give the whoever it is we're trying to contact or communicate with, give them something that they are able to understand and
Yeah, what they're
utilize. Yeah,
familiar with. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's interesting. Hey, but Steve, man, me and you wear glasses.
Yep.
I do too.
And
Oh, there we
Mike,
go.
There you go.
Sorry, I don't.
Mike, Steve, and Mike, Steve, and Terry. I'm going to talk to us there. I'm going to talk to myself for a minute,
Okay.
but I'm going
Okay.
to talk to you guys also. Those cameras, man. What about if I can tell you guys there's a device out there? Everything you said, Steve, there's a device out there that has everything, and it's not a camera. Would you believe it?
Is that like the Google Glass or something
Yeah.
like that?
The Google
Yeah.
Glass?
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's like it's a set of glasses that
Yeah.
you can wear that basically does, it's like your smartphone but embedded in your glasses.
Yeah, it's like a heads-up display on the lens on the inside.
They have
Well, I
glasses
wouldn't go
like
that.
that?
Working
I
on
wouldn't
it.
go
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Wish
I
they wore
wouldn't go that
glasses.
technical with it, but there are some out there that have exactly whatever a certain camera has.
Hmm.
The 4K, the Bose audio, so you can hear clearly.
Audio.
The infrared. You hit the button and it changes.
You guys hear me? I
Man,
can't hear.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
there
you.
is a lot of things. I mean, those things are out there today, man. And I have a pair in my case, but I can't pull them out. But it revolutionized my team.
Huh.
My team. I mean, don't get me wrong; they still use their
Can't
cameras.
hear you
They're
guys.
still a little stubborn. And all that stuff. But me, if I have something, if I spend that type of money on it, I'm going to use it. And I mean, those and they came from Japan. I don't know. I got them from China. I'm sorry. And dude, they have stepped my level up tenfold. When I'm able to catch things, when I turn my head, yes, because the body works in certain ways. Because when your mind hears something, your head is going to be the first thing that moves. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, I think JC's having some problems there.
Technical difficulties.
Hey,
Yeah.
JC, just
Hey,
unplug
we
your
need
headset
you.
and plug it
Yeah,
back
Hey,
in.
we need you.
You guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can
we
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys.
Okay.
Just unplug your
Unplug.
headset and plug
I
it
can't
back
hear
in.
anything. I can
Unplug.
see you. Unplug it?
Unplug. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I lost him.
I can hear him.
I don't hear
Yeah.
anything, man.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
he's there.
Huh.
I just don't see him. I can hear him, but I just don't see
Yeah.
him anymore.
Yeah, he's saying he can't hear us for some reason.
Does he have any haunted dolls in his house or anything?
It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me. But yeah, I would definitely check out a pair of those.
Yeah,
what
dude,
you're
those
talking about.
things are freaking awesome, man. And the thing about it is, spirits are pretty quick. They're active. I mean, when they're active, and they can move like that. So you want to be able to catch when you hear that. You're able to want to turn your head towards it and see what's doing it. Compared to you turning your head. Let's say if you got a GoPro on, right? You got to move your whole torso to even get that GoPro to face that way.
Mm-hmm.
But with the glasses that I have, all I got to do is turn my head. And I don't care about my torso at that point because I got what I wanted to see. Yeah. And, actually, hell, I had like 4 GoPros. I bought them because I thought they were going to be useful. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, dude, because my body doesn't work like that. My body works off my head motion first, then my body moves. Especially when I hear something or see something, that I can't, I don't understand, or or something, your mind is gonna make your head turn first. So I bought those glasses. I got like 4 pair. I don't even pick a camera up anymore.
That's a
Hmm.
good idea. Yeah. I mean,
So
we've
does it
got the other, like
record?
I say, like yeah, the SLR and or the SLS and the FLIR cameras. Yeah, for the more technically,
Yeah,
specific aspect of those. But yeah, just like a regular camera, yeah, that would be the more intuitive way to go. Yeah.
So
and they're
does it just
cheap.
record to like an SD card or something, Terry? Or
Yes,
oh, that's
yes.
cool.
And
That's really cool.
and the great thing about it is, guys, I can hook a battery pack, put it in my pocket,
Hmm.
and I can go just as long as that battery pack goes. So I would never ever let my battery drain. It would constantly be, and all I gotta do is run the wire down my shirt,
Yeah.
connect it to the camera, and I'm good. Nobody would even know that I had it on if they didn't see the red light on the side.
Yeah. And you said it has like night vision or infrared as well.
Hmm.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
That
That's
would
really
definitely
cool.
be a plus. Yeah.
Yeah, night
Yeah, and like
vision.
like you were saying, like, oh, go ahead, Terry.
No, it has night vision, infrared. Most of them come 1080p, but the one I have
Okay.
is 4K.
Wow.
You know, oh, I caught them on special. I don't know how much they are today, but last year when I bought them, they were a little under $100. But
Hmm.
it's not the
That's
money that you worried about; it's the shipping time, because But it is coming from China, so it
right.
will take like a month or so for it to get here.
Yeah.
Well, but I think it's well worth it. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we've
there?
got the hand.
at some
Yeah.
point, I could
Um,
see myself picking one up at some point.
yeah, definitely, like you say,
Yeah,
free up the hands for doing other things. Yeah, instead
Hmm.
of having the
other
one hand
things.
with
Now, I
the
recommend.
camera.
I had a friend of mine that saw those glasses. I recommend don't go to Walmart and buy those because it can't get no cheaper than what Walmart puts out. You're not gonna get the quality.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get what you need. Now they're gonna get their money because they're gonna bump the price up. But
Hmm.
half of those, some of those glasses at Walmart are not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to fight because the SD slot is at the bending part, so you got to bend
Okay.
the glasses and put it in there. And with these, the ones I got, all you do is just pop them up in the side, and you're good to go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
But yeah, it's
if
like
you
you were
are
saying,
you
like the investigator of the future, right, is probably going to be all kitted out with like, you know,
yeah,
visor and whatever else you can imagine. Like
whatever else.
probably yeah, look nothing like what we do now. You know.
Oh no, dude, it's gonna be insane. I just wish I'm around to even see it. Hopefully, even if I'm long retired and I'm walking down with my cane and I see this man dressed up, I'm like, where in the hell that guy? Where in the hell you going? Oh, I'm going to the graveyard, man. I'm a paranormal investigator. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't see ever retiring from doing this. I don't think I'd ever get to the point where I'd want to stop doing this. So yeah, retirement's not in the forecast for this.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you know what? People think it's all fun and games, but it's really a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of research and background information that you have to come up with. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, especially when you go to locations,
Yep.
and so on and so on. Residential, when you're dealing with residential, you got to research the land.
Yeah.
If the property has construction on it, because everybody knows if a certain location is being worked on, you could have an awakening where a spirit can be there for 1,000 years, and all it takes is one nail to go into the foundation. Bam, you have something new there. And I've actually seen that case before,
Mm.
where people actually tried to renovate their house and all kind of paranormal activity started, and come to
Mm.
find out it was the previous owner that didn't want the house remodeled because that's the
Mm.
way they
Yeah.
loved it when they left.
Yeah.
So it's It's one of those things, man, where you just got to come with the spirit. You got to sit down at the table, and people think we're crazy when we tell people that we
Yeah,
have to.
Tracy calling. Hey, it's up.
Yeah,
Are
people
you?
think we're crazy when we tell them that we have to sit
Yeah,
down at the table with spirits for them to understand, and can we live together with them?
you can see.
Yeah,
Okay, can you
yeah.
log back in with the link you had, or
Sorry, he's got JC on the phone there, trying to get him back online.
All right, let's see here.
yeah?
Tell him if he's having problems with that link, I
Yeah.
am gonna send him another
Okay,
link.
yeah, he's going to send you another link. That's okay.
Uh,
See if he sends it to you. Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I'm gonna send it to him on his messenger
He's going
on the
on
Instagram.
Messenger. Yeah, or
I
sorry,
mean,
Instagram or Messenger.
yeah, Instagram. I'm sorry.
He's sending it on Instagram. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he logged in on email. If you're able to send it to that one, or would it work if? Yes,
Uh,
sniper519@hotmail.com.
Let me see if I can do that. Is
If you
that
could
the
send it
same
there.
email you guys have on Instagram?
Is that the same Instagram email you have? Yeah, it's the same one he sent to log in today. Yeah.
Okay, let me try that right quick. Uh,
Because we could hear you just fine. It was just a case of, yeah, you weren't able to hear us.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Yep. No, not now. No. If you're near the mic, no.
Oh, I think your mic just came back on. Saw something.
You there?
You know, looks like there's some activity on the screen here. Yeah, hang on.
What the hell? I don't get what's going on.
Okay, I can hear you in the
Okay,
yep, I can hear you in the
we can hear
headphones
you.
again. Yeah,
I can't hear you guys.
I can hear you on both.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, on the headphones too. Yeah.
Oh, that,
So your audio
This
is
is
back on.
This is
You can't hear us
embarrassing.
there, right?
No, I can't.
Okay.
that don't even sound like him. That sounds like somebody else.
This is embarrassing, dude.
It's okay. It happens.
I don't know what happened. It just
But you can't hear us yet?
no.
Hmm.
Let's see here.
We can edit this out in post, right? Okay, you were on the. Yeah, I can hear you on the phone, but I can't hear you on the StreamYard
His mic's
anymore.
off again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, unplugged it. Okay, that's why.
Can you hear?
I can hear. Yeah,
alien.
yeah, I can hear you in the headphones now. Yeah.
I can't hear you guys, and I'm not even showing up on the screen.
Yeah, we can hear you, but yeah.
All right, I just sent him 3 links. I sent
Okay.
him one on Instagram. I sent him one on email, and I sent him one on Facebook Messenger.
Okay, so he sent you links on Instagram, Messenger, and email. So there should be three separate links you can try to get back on.
Yeah, see if you can go back into
All
your
right, I'll check.
Instagram.
I'll log in through the email.
Okay.
If not, I'll pull up my Instagram right now. Oh my God, this is the worst thing that can happen on here.
It's live TV, right?
Oh, watch feedback.
You're getting feedback on there. Yeah, hang on. Yeah.
All right, I'm on Instagram on my computer here trying to get the link. It's taking forever. That's the old one.
All right.
Oh, Christ.
No worries, man. Take your time, brother. Take your time. And the thing,
Has
but
this
Steve,
has
if
this
you're
happened before,
interested
Terry?
in those, I can send you the
All right,
link
I think I'm
to
coming
those
in.
things
Okay.
if you're curious about buying a pair.
Yeah,
Check one. See,
send it to me for sure. I'll check it out.
check one, check two.
Yeah, I can hear you on the
Yep.
headset. I can hear you on the headset.
I can't hear you guys.
Weird.
I'll enter the studio.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm back in, but I don't see you guys.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We got
Damn it.
something.
You're on twice.
I don't know
Okay,
what's
if
going
he
on,
wants
man.
to,
This is embarrassing, though. Christ.
3 times.
I
Okay.
just. All right, now if he wants to pop in either one of those,
Christ, what's going on?
he should be able to pop in.
What the hell? Oh, not good.
So JC, you still can't hear us?
Can you hear us yet?
No, I just hear you through the phone. I got nothing in my headset, and I don't know what's going on, dude.
Yeah. He can't hear us through the headset, but we can hear him.
Yeah, and I can't pull him up because he's got his mic. His mic is muted on one of
Oh,
those.
is your mic muted?
Because it's saying his mic is muted.
Yeah. On the StreamYard screen, is it showing like your mic's muted?
Okay. Yep, we can hear you.
I had no idea what happened. I was actually. Damn.
Yeah, you're sort of fading in and out on the headset.
I don't get what's going on here, dude.
Okay, we can hear that just fine. Yeah.
Penny, is that you? You got to stop.
Maybe he just needs to reboot his computer and then try going back in again after. Tell him that
Is
way.
he on a PC or a laptop?
I think he's on a laptop.
Are you able to reboot the laptop?
I might do
Okay.
because this.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So
If
Yeah.
he can reboot,
You can hear you fine on the headset. Yeah.
One of those things. Yeah, just reboot it and use one of those links I've seen you. He should be able to pop back in. Wow.
Are you trying to reboot it? Okay. Yeah, he's going to try and reboot it now. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, he could use either one of those 3 links I sent him. Yeah, or either one. He can use his phone. I mean,
Yeah, if you want to try just getting back on your phone. If you have the link on your email on your phone, you can try that instead. Okay. Okay. Well, if we can see and hear you, that's better than nothing.
So technology is great when it works.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
However,
All it takes is one thunderstorm to mess everything up.
It's the Strathroy curse.
yeah, exactly. Our last video we did on YouTube was about the curse of Strathroy, which is where JC lives. So there
Yeah.
you go. Example of it right here.
Oh, wow.
You can try on your phone or trying to reboot the computer. It's okay. Just say it's the ghost in the machine.
Yep.
Could be.
Okay. Yeah, there's one on Facebook Messenger and one regular email too. Can we go to a commercial?
Oh. Oh, I don't have any zingers, man.
Okay. Trying to reboot
Have
the
you had
laptop.
something like this happen before, Terry?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while, but you know the show must go on. So yeah,
Yeah, try that. Yeah. If you just go back through the email. Okay, that's a good sign. On the phone? Yeah. Which one are you trying to get through, in the email or the messenger or Instagram? On the phone. Okay. Saying it's loading in now. Check his mic.
well, oh, here he goes. He's
Oh,
back.
Terry says he got you. He says he does. Yep. I can hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you on the headset yet, but
Tell him, come on, finish. I'll see him right here. All he's got to do is pop his face right on in, and I can add him in there.
okay. He says he's got you there. Just got to add you on.
Let's see.
Your browser. Oh, your browser. It says his browser's blocking his mic and camera. But are you on
Well,
Safari or?
tell him to connect to his mic,
Yeah,
and they would
he's saying to
tell him,
connect to your mic if that's
and
possible.
it would add him to this. If he connects his mic, he should jump into the stream.
Yeah, if you connect your mic, you should be able to jump into the stream.
Because I can't add him unless he add his mic on there first.
Yeah, he can't add you unless you add your mic first. Okay. He's going to go to that link and reconnect to it.
What the hell is that? Do y'all see that?
No.
No. Just have the three of us on the screen. What's it showing?
Man, I got like I've never. Wait a minute. Okay, that is hella weird, dude. I've got like 50 different, maybe 20 different little lines on my laptop, and it just popped on.
He's saying he's got like 20 different, I don't know if it's like links or streams or whatever that just popped up on his. Trying to reconnect, I guess.
I'm trying to. I don't know what the hell.
It's like, I wonder if JC just got glitched out somehow.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't even know what these things are.
Is it on the phone? It's not working?
We might have to go to commercial on this.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Is it on the headset still, or? Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to head into commercial right
Okay.
quick.
Yeah, we're going to do a commercial for a bit.
So I'll be right back
That's
in
okay.
about a couple of minutes here.
I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars make me dream. Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars make me dream. Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars make me dream. Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, I see. See you guys.
Hang on.
Let's see
You're
what
in
is
the show.
going on.
Everyone can see.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Something's not right. Something's
Okay.
not working right.
Okay. I can hear you through the headset now.
Can they?
Can you guys hear
Yeah, I
Tracy?
can hear you.
I can hear him.
Oh my god! I don't know. My
I can
screen,
hear you.
I can see you guys, but now my screen's blank. But I can't hear you guys.
You can't
on my
hear us.
headset.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. This is so embarrassing, dude. I'm sorry, man.
You're good, man.
God, it's not okay. Disappointed your viewers. Damn it.
Oh no, you're good. Trust
Technology
me.
is great when it works.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know what to say, boys. I think you're on your own because honestly, I can't figure out why. Like I've unplugged my camera, my headphones. I've connected to those links. I'm out of things to try. Restarted the computer and came back in. I don't get it because everything was fine. It just stopped.
Have you tried it on your phone too?
What's that?
Have you tried on your phone?
Yeah, I tried my phone and it says it won't go through because of my browser settings.
Which browser are you on? Safari or
I don't know. I think it's just
Chrome?
Google.
Yeah.
Chrome probably.
That's
Yeah,
all right. I
Chrome.
mean, we can do it with we can do it with the audio. I mean, we
Well,
got.
I don't want to waste his time at all. Like I feel bad enough as it is. Can you guys do
Oh,
the rest? Because I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I can just relay the questions over the phone to you if you wanted to, because we can hear you.
Yeah, but I can't hear you guys. I can hear you, Mike, because I'm on the phone with you. But oh my goodness, I wish I
Hang
could
on.
hear them. I don't know what's wrong with this headset. I don't get it. It's never done this.
Let me try if you can hear through the headset.
You guys can't see me either, can you?
No,
No.
but see if we can hear you through the headset. Or this is
Yeah,
might
we
just
get
make a
that
big
feedback.
feedback loop.
Yeah, I hear that on your phone.
Ah, crap.
Oh,
Other way, other way.
Jesus.
Can you hear us now?
I just hear you on the phone, dude.
that
Well,
is so
carry
weird.
on. I'll have to just do what I can from here.
Okay. Because we got you on the screen and we can hear you.
Yeah, no. Not going good. I have no idea what's going on here. This has never done that. We've made a lot of videos
Oh,
this
yeah.
way too, and it just what?
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like he has two. Um, he has two things open because I hear the echoing.
Well, that might be from my phone too.
Damn it! I don't get it. Do not get this.
So, well, we can definitely. I mean, we can continue. It's totally up to you guys on what you guys want to do.
Wow, this is worst case scenario.
I mean,
yeah. I mean,
what I can do is I can log you guys out, and we can do a part two in about an hour.
Do you want to do that? We can log out and try back in an hour.
That's where you guys, and I'll send you guys another link.
Yeah, I'll send us another link. We can try in in an hour.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. What does he think?
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, that gives us an hour. We can try. Him and I can
Yeah,
try
we can
connecting
figure
and
things
see if
out.
I can get him.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Then I'll pop back in, and I'll send you guys a link, and we can continue with the show.
Okay.
How's
Okay.
that? All right, guys. I'll see you here in a little bit.
Okay. He's
All
going
right.
to log us off and try again later. But you don't think you can make it again later on, or? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't think he can make it later on.
Okay.
So
It will only be like a 20-minute segment,
it'd be
maybe
like
30
20
minute
minutes,
segment. It won't even be that long.
not even 20 minutes. Would that be okay? No, no. Like if we try back in an hour, it'll only be like another 20 minutes or so. Okay.
Or we can just, I mean, we can set you guys up for another time. I
Or do
mean,
you
it's
want to do it
totally
another
up to
day?
you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can stay on the phone if you want. Like I say, I can just relay whatever the discussion is through the phone. Okay. Because like I say, we could hear you on the headset. So just want to try and continue then, or just do a. Okay. All right. Yeah. He's saying just continue on if that's okay. Like I said, we'll just relay the questions or the
Yeah, that's
topic
fine. I
discussion
mean,
through the
yeah, we
phone,
can
and
do
then
that.
we can hear him. Yeah. So, or I can
Yeah,
just
yeah, that's
translate,
fine.
just relay back.
Well, that's one thing about technology. It's up and down all
Yep. Yep.
around. It always mess up. You know. So let's continue with this.
Okay.
What we were talking, Steve. What we were talking about? It was me and you having a conversation earlier before that
Yeah, we were
happened.
talking
Talking
about
tech.
the
Yeah.
visor and that awesome piece of kit that you have.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there are so many different things out there that people can use, and you know what? Most of this paranormal tech is right in front of our eyes. If we just, uh, just think for a minute, hey, will that be used? I mean, one of the biggest stores that I go to for paranormal equipment is uh,
Vegas?
Five Below. Do you guys have a Five Below up there?
No,
I don't think so. No.
we've got Best
Everything?
Buy
Yeah.
and the Source. That's it. Or Radio Shack.
Oh, wow.
That's about it.
Yeah, Five Below, man, is everything that's $5 and below.
Oh, okay.
And it has some amazing, dude, it has motion balls in there. It has motion LED lightings. That everything that
Cool.
these kids think they can use to spice up their room, we can use it for investigating.
Hmm.
All these LED long rods, if you touch them, they'll go off and on. Well, those are just like cat balls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only difference is it's a rod compared to a little ball. So there's a lot of things out there that can be used for paranormal investigating, and so on and so on. But the one question that I have for you guys that I didn't ask earlier is, do you guys stick to one basic paranormal investigating, or do you guys try to cover the whole aspect of paranormal investigating? What I mean by that is, some paranormal investigators just do residential. Me myself, I love cemeteries. I'm sort of a urbanite. I like to do a lot of urban exploring. A lot of people don't think that urban exploring and paranormal investigating are the same, but I can put those together. I can be both.
Yeah.
But some people think, an urban explorer really don't go out looking for ghosts and so on and so on. But here's the question: without an urban explorer, is there really such thing as a paranormal investigator? Because we need that urban explorer to go out to explore abandoned things and so on and so on. But uh, to me, I don't think you can have one without the other. Because if we didn't have no abandoned locations, man, paranormal investigating would be boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there have been some
agree.
locations around town that there's been like psychiatric hospitals that have been shut down that we would love to
Hmm.
get into, but I mean, they're still technically private property, and trying to contact any of the owners or whatever, whoever's sort of has the deed to the property kind of thing right now, they do want some sort of like financial uh, recompense for being on their property. So yeah, that would be something we'd love to do. Things that are sort of like off the grid kind of thing. But yeah, it's just a case of being able to get the permission to go on the property. Like so far, what we've done pretty much has been sites of historical significance in different cities. But yeah, we'd love to be able to sort of get things that are not not supervised, let's say.
Because one thing about here in Texas is the state is so massive, and I'm not saying that it's wrong or it's right. Oh,
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
but I mean, down here in Texas, you cannot build a hospital without having the site facilities to go with it. Yeah, what I mean by that is, if you got a hospital, you got to have a recovery center. If you don't have a recovery center, you got to have a nursing home, and so on and so on. So if a hospital closes down or shuts its doors, everything else is going to follow because there's no patients for those facilities to go in. So what normally happens is these locations will sit and sit and sit for 10, 15, 20 years at a time,
Yep.
only because you got to remember, man, most hospitals are not in the safest areas.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some hospitals are in some worse neighborhoods, where people are not going to put their money in. So most likely they'll sit there and they'll rot away. And that's where, uh, you know, paranormal investigators, we know that it's been death there because it is a nursing home,
Hmm.
it is a hospital, and it is a recovery place. Well, sometimes people don't recover, and man, those places are prime picketing for, urban explorers or paranormal investigators, and so on and so on. So, I mean, some of the best locations that we've investigated has been locations where nobody's been into for over 10, 15, or even 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's just
There's
one of those things where the city, I don't know if the city has forgot about them, but I just think the city has uh other projects and in other more up to date neighborhoods than some of these things are in. Because like I say, a lot of neighborhoods aren't the safest. So not only that, you got to take that opportunity. I mean, not opportunity. You got to take that chance of dealing with hoarders and homeless people, and and so on and so on. Um, it's one of those, you just got to take that chance on doing it. Some of our best locations, some of our best haunted locations are, nursing homes and so on and so on. If you guys ever come down, hell, there's a couple of nursing homes that, I don't know how fast you can run, but definitely get you out of there if they want to get you out. We've had we had a team from Houston come down and they got chased out
Hmm.
from I don't know what it was. It was a shadow figure with
Mm.
huge. I don't know, man. I was thinking maybe it was two spirits. One was on one shoulder,
Hmm.
and walking, but the spirit had to been at least 7 feet, 8 feet tall.
Hmm.
Wow.
And I was sitting outside. Next thing you know, I hear little footsteps. Man, they come running out of there. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Oh, we just got chased out. I'm like, oh shit. And it was one of those things that I've been in there before and I've never even seen anything remotely to that. I mean, I've had communication, I've had spirits say certain things, and so on and so on, but I didn't think it was something that bad in there. But hey, but it always says what you won't get one day, you'll get another.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. The spirit world is just one of those things. It's you just got to take it one day at a time because you never know what you might get. The one, like I said, one day after another. Like one day, Steve and Mike, you guys might go on the location. and pick up a lot of evidence, then I might go in there the next day and might not get nothing.
Yeah. No, there are locations like that
You know what I'm
around here. It's just a matter of, do we risk getting arrested for trespassing, or that's sort of, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we have to contend with anything local for us. Yeah.
What
And there
about the
is one
historic? Do you guys have a historical society in your town?
oh for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Do
that's
you
basically how
guys?
we've gotten through in contact with to get into Elton House. Yeah.
Huh. And they have no other locations that they will allow you guys to get into.
Well, anything like that, it's sort of run by the provincial government as far as like the healthcare situation
Mm.
goes. So, yeah, it's a different organization altogether that's looking after what would be like, yeah, like healthcare type facilities that would be prime locations to investigate. But yeah, they don't really have any sort of pull or sway with those organizations.
Mm. And how do you guys feel about cemeteries? Is that, you think that's the place where the dead goes to rest, or do you think there's something there?
We actually we have an investigation coming up in the summer where we're going to be doing a cemetery. So we're looking forward to that and we're interested to see if we get any kind of results or anything. It's on a road that's kind of infamous in our area called the Texas Side Road. Ironically, Texas Side Road, and I guess it's there's more than 100 years of stories on this road, and all centered around there's a little cemetery on this road, and I guess lots and lots of sightings of people standing by the road. Apparently, there's an apparition of a headless woman that will walk down the road or appear behind you after you've driven by, things like that. So we are definitely very much looking forward to that this summer.
Interesting. Okay. Now, what do you guys think when somebody tells you guys or asks you guys about, or let's say for an example that your grandparents tell you about something that happened 100 years ago. That 100 years ago turns into, it's been backwashed and washed so many times. Now it's an urban legend.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you guys believe in those?
There's got to be some source for it to have started in the first place, right? So even if it has been sort of exaggerated or blown out of proportion, there's that kernel of truth that started the ball rolling, right?
Yeah.
Y- Is it's weird because JC phone, is he on his phone?
Are you on your phone right now?
Yeah, I just saw his camera lit
Did
up
you
there
see
for a
that?
second.
I
Yeah,
just saw his
yeah, I did.
camera just pop in.
Okay, he thought he saw your camera light up for a second there.
Yeah, definitely did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It's
because
that
it's showing
it's
your
that
mic is
curse.
muted right
Telling you,
now. But
the Strathroy curse. Um,
when you turn your mic on, can you hear it through the phone at all? Like, because I'm putting the phone up to the headset. Can you hear it at all?
Here, I unmuted my mic. I
Okay,
don't know if you guys can
okay,
hear
we can
me.
hear you.
we can hear you
Yep.
now. Yeah,
I
Can
can
all
hear
three of
him.
you hear me through the mics?
Yep.
yeah, we
I
can
can
hear you.
hear you.
Yeah, but you
All
can't hear
right.
us. But you can't hear us, right?
I just hear through your phone, dude.
Okay, so I'll keep it close, but not so close that it'll feedback.
Wow,
God,
that's crazy.
I feel so bad, man.
Well,
All right,
hey,
let's
no,
see what we can do.
hey, no
Was
worries
trying
about it.
was trying
Hey,
to tinker with
Steve,
this.
tell me about some of the
Mm,
urban legends you guys have up
I
there.
can't hear him.
Well, it was interesting. We actually went to a church in the summertime
I think that's why you're
in
getting
St.
feedback.
Thomas. Oh,
Yeah.
uh, we went to
All
a
right.
church in St. Thomas in the summertime, and it's kind of famous for having this black
Okay, but can you hear
tombstone
it when I had the headset up to the phone?
where supposedly a witch was
Okay.
buried, and it was cursed, and then that's what made the urban legend says that because she was a
Mhm.
witch and she was buried on church ground, that's what caused the tombstone to turn black, right? But of course, doing a little investigating, we find out that she was not a witch. She was not accused of witchcraft. Had she actually been a witch, she would never have been buried on church grounds. And in
Exactly.
fact, what caused the tombstone to turn black was just it was a certain type of limestone that they used that, when exposed to different environmental factors, it caused it to change color, right? But it was just interesting seeing how something that just happened naturally through a bunch of different coincidences over time became urban legend and folklore, right? So I think, going along with what Mike said, I think it's a valuable source of information because there's always a kernel of truth in there, right? That you
Hmm.
can use to find out more interesting things about the event. So yeah, I would say definitely, folklore, urban legends for sure have their place, and they're a valuable source of information.
Yeah, I mean, I think folklore and urban legends plays a big part in everyone's history.
Hmm.
From when the time that my grandparents say she saw a chariot coming up her street, and so on and so on. Then, or I mean, I don't know if that was ever true or not, but that has been an urban legend in my family since God knows when. And to this day, I couldn't even tell you if it was true or not. I mean, there is so many out there. You know, you guys believe in Bigfoot and things like that, UFOs. Would you guys consider that altogether as paranormal, or would you count that as separate?
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, like cryptids, yeah, like there's this whole other sort of aspect of like with what we're looking at in Sniper, it's as far as like a paranormal. It's oh hey, we might have some visual from JC. To me, it's a case of you have things that are on the same physical plane and things. Oh, sorry, and things that
Hmm.
are on a separate plane. It's like a total different level of existence, which is what I think we try to tap into or communicate with Sniper. Whereas yeah, like things that are more of a physical um things that would exist on our physical plane, like you say, Bigfoot and UFOs. That's a
Mm,
totally separate, tangible level that we're able to try and interact with. Whereas yeah, with things
right.
with Sniper, with the paranormal that we're trying to investigate with, it's things that are, if you want to use the term spirit realm, but yeah, things that are not on our level of existence.
Now, Mike, do you think that there's any difference on what's going on down here in the States as far as paranormal compared to what you guys got going on up there in Canada? Or do you think everything is pretty much the same no matter where you at or where you go?
Yeah, like I say, I
Yeah,
think
like I
it's
say, I think it's.
oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's the planes of existence. Yeah, I think it once you cross over or whatever it is that happens between life and death, there it doesn't matter what physical location you had at the time of crossing over. It's this whole other level of being able to access or manipulate your physical environment. There's no limitation I find that I can think of. If you're in this other, like I say, spirit realm, there's no physical spatial limitation. You're able to sort of access anywhere, everywhere, all at once, to coin the phrase of that movie. But yeah, I think that yeah, there's different levels of different rules of physics or different laws of physics on the other side than there are here.
Hmm. Okay. Well, would you say you know what, to be honest with you, there's a lot of politics in heaven, you know, because there's rules and regulations no matter where you go. Am I right?
Probably.
There's, I mean, because from what I am told, you know, have you ever asked a spirit on about something and they always say, "I can't tell you that"?
You never get any sort of like verbal textual communicate like the one device we try and communicate with them on a text level. They're just a case of they're able to access like a sort of a word stock of they can just sort of pick out words and relate that way. Yeah, with the Ovilus device, So I mean, that's very hit and miss with what they're able to transmit that way. So yeah, we're not always able to get a very coherent message from them, but there are sometimes we'll get 2 or 3 words in a row that do resonate with what we're trying to communicate with them. But yeah, it's very yeah. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
depends on what the the database is that's on the Ovilus, what they're able to sort of access to that to communicate. But yeah, it's not necessarily a case of like being any sort of, like I say, political end of things as far as like an afterlife goes. It's just more of a, does it exist, or is it just a case of, are they still around with us in limbo or whatever you want to call it before they're able to get to that other level?
wow, okay. You know, guys, it's been an hour and 35 minutes, man, and you know what? And if it wasn't for the little mechanical
Yeah.
problem that threw us off, but you know what? That's okay. It happens to everybody,
Yes. Sorry about that. Yeah.
yeah, that's
JC sends his apologies.
oh no worries.
Oh,
He keeps popping in,
keep
but
popping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep
yeah,
popping up.
he keeps popping up, but he's not adding his mic, so
Yeah.
I'm not able to
Can
add
you get your
him.
mic back on again? Yeah, he can't hear anything through his headset either. Yeah. So
That's weird because it says I cannot add the guest until he unmute himself.
yeah, he can't add the guest until you unmute yourself. But if you can't hear us, then
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Well, I can. That's just because of the phone. I can just hang up the phone. But
yeah.
Yeah, but
okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah,
I can't hear you guys, but you can hear me.
we can hear you
Damn it.
fine.
There you go.
But you
But
can't.
the good thing about it is you can
No, I
ask,
can't.
you
But he
can
can't
answer
hear
the
us.
question.
No,
He
unless
can't.
it's through your phone. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I have no idea what's going on, man. I am so sorry about this.
Ah, dude, no worries at
Oh,
all, man. No worries at all. Hey, you know what? We can always reschedule. If you guys don't feel comfortable
shit.
Right.
about this particular podcast, that's no problem. We can always reschedule, so you guys can come on again, and and so on and so on. I mean, I I got time. Well, let me see here. It all based on you guys and when you guys are available. Technically, I am booked up on Saturdays and Sundays all the way through March.
Can't hear him.
Yeah,
But Fridays, if we're not investigating on Fridays, I have March 1st available.
yeah. He's saying he's got uh, Saturdays booked up until March, but I don't know if you wanted to wait until we have like another investigation to go through, and then maybe
Well,
bring
I gotta
back
figure out. Yeah, I
results
gotta
from that.
figure out what's wrong on my end, though.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit happening again. Oh my god, it's embarrassing on another level.
That's okay, man. Trust me, I've seen it all, dude. I've had people with haunted dogs come on the show. They just
Really?
wreak
Oh,
havoc.
me.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just wreak havoc, man. They would shut the whole podcast down if they wanted to, and I've seen them do that. And and it's just one of those things. They want to show me something, and the dog reacts a certain way, and decide to want to take control of the situation and just want to just go cuckoo. I can't. I'm out of that control. You know what I'm saying? But we can definitely do it again. I mean, I'm not even worried about that. What's going on here? Everybody understands.
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Well,
reach
maybe
a
you and JC
just
can reach
pull
out
your
to each
phone
other
away so I
again,
can
and
just talk to him for a
Yeah.
second.
It's the way up.
So I'm really sorry for screwing your show up. I do want to redo it. I mean, I want to make sure I know what's wrong so it doesn't happen again, though. That's the thing.
Yes, sir. I understand. I do
What's he
understand.
saying, Mike?
But
He said he understands.
Yeah, I feel really bad, man. Like it's to the point of embarrassment, and I just
it's not like that. I mean,
this isn't how we work, and this is just a fluke.
Yeah. Hey, drink a shot of whiskey, man, and let it all go. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, well,
It'd be
we'll
another.
definitely, if you'll have us back, we'll come back again and hopefully not have any technical issues next time.
Oh no, yeah, like I say, man, don't worry
What's he
about it.
saying?
Don't worry about it.
As Steve
Because
just said, we'll be back again without any technical difficulties.
all right, hey,
Man,
Mike.
that was going so good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
True.
Mike and Steve.
Yes.
This is the part of the show where I'm gonna ask you guys one question, and just give me the best answer that you can, and I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. If you guys have a bucket list, where would you guys like to investigate? Where would you go?
Okay. If we had a bucket list of
Anywhere
where we'd
part
like to
in the world.
investigate, where would you like to go? I would love to go back to Ireland, Scotland, England, like where the ghost story was sort of invented. Really, that's where I'd like to
Yeah,
go.
like well, we still want to go to Rolling Hills
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we actually had that booked for 2020, and then COVID
Yeah.
hit, so we had to
Yeah.
cancel it.
Mm.
But definitely there, and I remember the three of us talking about um, Salem.
Salem,
Yeah.
Salem.
You guys in the
We want to do
States, you got
Salem.
all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, you guys got Shag Harbor, man. What are y'all
What'd you
talking
say?
about?
Where? Sorry,
The
we got
most
where?
Shag Harbor?
Salem,
Shag Harbor.
Shag Harbor. Haven't heard of
Yeah.
that.
Dude,
Where is
that's
it?
the most infamous UFO
Oh, okay.
crash retrieval place. If it's not number two under Roswell, Shark Harbor should be number two.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have to look it up.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
Shag
familiar with
Harbor,
that one. Yeah.
that's number two. I mean, it's the biggest. It's y'all's country biggest UFO recovery in y'all's history.
Huh. I have to check it out. It might be like an Air Force base at one time. Yeah.
No, it was in the middle of the water.
Really?
Really?
Okay. Not familiar with that at
Yeah,
all. Yeah.
it was naval. It was naval. It was y'all's naval, and yeah, dude, it was the biggest crash and retrieval in Canada's history. But
Huh.
the only problem is they, man, it went black real quick. They discovered something, but shut everything down. This was back in the 60s. So
Right.
whatever they retrieved down there, the Canadian government has.
Huh.
Mm.
Yeah, look up Shag Harbor, and
Okay.
it would tell you the
Yeah, I
complete
will.
story about
Yeah.
that.
No, we're
I
sort of
mean,
fortunate to be very close to Niagara on the Lake, which was sort of a key spot during the War of 1812. So there's a lot of residual energy from that, a lot of stories, a lot of legends, a lot of whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we're lucky to be so close to be able to access that space because yeah, there's Fort George, Fort Niagara right across the river in the States. So yeah, we're fortunate enough to be like a quick road trip to locations like this.
mm. Oh, wait a minute. I hear a pop
But
again.
yeah, hello,
I can hear you guys.
you can hear us.
You
Yay!
can?
Oh my God, I just gotta get my camera working. What the?
As long as you
Oh
can
my
hear us, that's
god.
the main thing.
I mean, as long
I
as you
can.
can hear it, dude. The camera don't even matter.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've done a couple like that where people didn't want to come on or their
Oh, okay.
camera shy, but
No,
they
I
you know
totally
had the
don't have
audio.
that problem.
Okay.
I'm so. Oh, dude, I am so embarrassed about this. I have no idea what's going on. I'm still trying to get my video going.
Well,
Hey, at least
JC,
we
don't
can hear
worry
you
As long
now.
about
as we
it.
can hear you, that's the main thing.
I can
Yeah,
hear you
Yeah,
guys. So,
Yay!
that's the big
let's.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
good.
yeah, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Steve, where would you like to go, brother?
Definitely Salem. We were talking about maybe doing it this year. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be next year now, but
Yeah.
yeah, we want to go to Salem and just spend like a week there, and just get into as many places as we can because, you know,
Yeah.
I just think the history there. There's got to be like I think if one was going to capture some really solid evidence of paranormal activity, that's going to be the place, right?
Now, are you guys talking about Salem, Virginia, or Salem
No.
where the
Oh,
witch trial
Salem.
was?
Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Massachusetts.
from what I've heard, uh, that city, man, that city knocked down a lot of those old buildings. I mean, it might be like you said, it might be something there. I don't know. Oh, hold on.
I can still hear you.
Okay, good.
I just
Perfect.
It might be
turned the
like you said,
camera
a lot
off.
of it might be a lot of residual there, but I
Yeah.
don't know. It'd be very interesting on if you
Mhm.
guys was to do that. I mean, I would be curious to know what you guys find. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be multiple places there because the
Yeah.
whole place is just rich with history.
Yeah.
And
you know the if you guys do there and find a name and have something going on, man, just ask for one particular name. If you can ask,
bunch.
is Mary Sibley is
Oh,
around?
Sibley.
Yeah, she's supposed to be the head witch
oh,
in
really?
the witch trials.
Huh.
If you guys ever watch Salem, the TV show, it lays out everything on what happened there.
Right.
So Mary Sibley is one of the witches, one of the main witches that was supposedly running the town, and nobody even knew she was a witch.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Mm.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. All right, JC, where would you like to go, man, on your bucket list? Same place?
Well, God, you guys have so many paranormal playgrounds down there. It's hard
Yeah.
to choose, but there's, I believe, Waverly Hills in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a cool one. Or Eastern State Penitentiary.
Okay.
That's crazy. I've seen a lot of documentaries on that, but I think because I've been there before, it was Ohio State Reformatory. I've been there during the day, just kind of like walking through, and we were down in Lorain, Ohio for a paranormal kind of like workshop scenario thing at a haunted hospital. So I got
Mm-hmm.
talking to one of the investigators down there, and he was telling me about Mansfield at the Ohio State Reformatory. I'm like, oh yes, that's just down. That's just an hour and a half or so away. So we had some time to kill. So we actually, my girlfriend and I drove down there and went in during the day, and it was like I have some of the pics on our Facebook page there, but very like just beautiful place, like creepy as hell even in the day, but the size of it and just even like inside the administration buildings and all that and the offices and just the wood, you can smell the history. Like it's all embedded in there and it's
Oh wow.
just it was creepy in the daytime being in the cell blocks. I can imagine what it
Mm-hmm.
would be like at night, and it would be
Yeah.
amazing rush. And I looked into trying to get in there for investigation. There's so much red tape. You got to get like uh, you got to fill out all these forms for liability, which is totally understandable. But it would be an amazing place to investigate. And if we're able to get in there, it's going to take a lot of work. But I mean, it is possible. That would be definitely one of the places I'd love to go.
Yeah, dude, red tape, man. I'm
Yeah.
not a red tape guy, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not one of those guys, man, that
I hear you.
yeah, that kills me. I'm not, to
Yeah.
be honest with you guys, I'm that type of paranormal investigator. I'll do whatever it takes to get that evidence.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh
if
yeah.
I gotta take that trespassing charge, well, first of all,
Oh that.
first of all, that's the laws might be a little bit different in each country. In order for us to go to jail for trespassing, they will have to tell us to leave. And if we refuse to leave, that's when they can arrest us. But they will
Oh,
have to tell us to leave
right.
beforehand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they will give you a trespassing is like a class C misdemeanor. It's really no big thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like running a red light or a stop sign or hitting a goat
Yeah.
across the road or something.
Yeah.
But it's really not that big a deal. But some people put that in their bylaws. saying that we will never ever trespass on certain properties. But
Yeah.
I can tell you that every paranormal investigator have trespassed at one point or another.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm honest to tell you, I've done it more times than you can probably fingers and toes.
It was funny because actually Murdoch and I and Mike, we do these videos called road calls. And basically what we do on a road call is we'll go out on a road trip and we'll go to like any places that are said to have paranormal activity, and we basically try to talk to people and get some information about the place, any paranormal claims or whatever. And
Mhm.
sometimes we even try to see if we can go in and get an investigation in there. So we did a road call our first one was actually in August, and the first place we went to was a St. Thomas Psychiatric Hospital, and there's signs all over the property that say no trespassing. And luckily for us that we noticed that, because before I was there years ago with Brad, those signs weren't on there. So, us being paranoid about trespassing here in Canada, we didn't really play with fate there. We just kind of took some footage from off the property where we parked our vehicle and then just went with that.
Mhm.
But I know what you mean, like the trespassing thing. I don't know if we'd risk it because I don't know. Call us paranoid, but if I'm sitting there investigating and I'm worrying about getting caught for trespassing, then I'm not focusing on the investigation. And I want
Yeah,
to
I
have
can see that.
100% focus on the investigation and not have to worry about some security guard coming up to me and saying, "Oh, you're trespassing." I just, so we do try to be careful with that. We do try to get permission. Uh,
Well, I'd rather have a security guard than a cop.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
At least with a security guard, he will give you that opportunity.
Yeah.
And
You can outrun one of those rent-a-cops anytime. So
yeah, but the good thing
we
about
know.
it, dude. Hey, do you guys have a Krispy Kreme up there?
We
The
did,
closest
but
we
we don't
used
have
to.
it anymore.
We
closest
had,
one's like 2 hours away.
yeah, we
Are
used
you
to have
serious?
one in London.
Yeah, there's one in
Okay.
Mississauga. I think that's the last one in
Well,
Canada.
dude, if you hook these guys up, man, with some fresh donuts, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, they will allow you to investigate, man.
Yep, I can
It's
see that.
Remember
dude,
that?
a
That's
fresh
hilarious.
dozen donuts
Oh,
from Krispy Kreme. Uh, do you guys have a Shipley's up there?
Shipley's.
no,
I've heard of
Mm,
that. I don't think
What
we have
I don't
one.
about a
think so.
Dunkin'?
nope.
Yeah, we got
We have
Dunkin'
No.
Donut, don't we?
nope. We
We
don't.
we
Got
we
We
have
used
we
to.
have Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons
We
and
have Tim
Starbucks. That's
Hortons.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
Those
Tim
are-
Hortons on every corner, and they got donuts.
Oh
yeah.
God, yeah.
No.
Tim Hortons is everywhere.
Well,
You guys
dude,
have
you
Tim
gotta
Hortons
get
now, though. Well, not probably
yeah,
not down there.
you guys got to get some donuts imported in there. I'm serious because donuts are a man. Cops love donuts. Goes together like peas and carrots.
We'll have to add that to our equipment cases there. Get
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
box of
exactly.
donuts and
It's a form
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
currency. Yeah.
because what got me was, long story short, me and my wife was driving southbound, dude, and I kid you not, guys, man, this cop comes, "Woo, woo, 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 woo," and I thought he was getting me, but man, he got on the inside lane, uh, veered off to the exit, and I'm looking, and guess where I see him turning into?
Oh,
the
let me
donut
guess.
shop.
Goddamn donut shop.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme had the light on, right, to say that they were coming off the belt.
Yep,
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme donuts right there
Yeah.
on 183.
That's
Yep.
And I
amazing.
told my wife, I'm like, no, that asshole didn't just drive up on me to go to a donut. Yeah, man.
That's funny.
Donuts down here, man. And what's so crazy about it, they cook them so fresh, they don't even let the donuts that was fresh even last. Because not they'll throw them away. They'll put them in this big barrel. And so you can basically go up there and grab donuts all day long.
Oh yeah.
But it's the fresh donuts that you want.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the fresh.
Yeah. The Krispy Kremes coming off the belt. That was like
Oh, yeah.
manna from heaven. Those things just like melted. Oh, they were. Oh,
Dude, they're
Yeah.
so awesome, weren't
they are good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
We were,
dude, they just all right, you know what? You guys all want to come to America.
Oh, definitely.
and
Yeah.
do some investigating.
That would be awesome, dude.
I am trying to leave America to do some investigating.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
know,
You have an exchange
it's
program.
you know what, dude? I'll make a deal with you. All right, hey, if any one of y'all want to put your house up for the month for me and my team,
yeah,
and we'll do the same down here.
that'd be
We'll
cool.
stack it up
That'd be
full
an,
of beer. If y'all do the same for us.
that'd be an idea. Yeah.
Going to
Yeah, sounds
Texas. Yeah.
Beer and donuts.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm
Donuts.
sick of the barbecue down here
Oh, yeah.
because you know why? Because everybody say they can do it, and everybody just can't cook barbecue.
Well, let's be real. You guys have the best damn steaks. Can't deny
Yeah.
that.
How you like your steak?
Medium.
Rare.
Oh Lord, I like mine's well done.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
People think I'm crazy. I'm like, man,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
if I want to, you know what? I'm be honest with you. If I want to eat something raw, I'll tell my wife to get her ass in the bed.
Oh, my God. I wasn't expecting that one. But,
That's what I would do.
Wow.
oh, too funny.
You know, but I like mine well done. You know, and with some big old mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people like that steak sauce on there, that A1 steak sauce.
Mm,
You know,
If it's
but
cooked right, you don't even need that.
exactly. Yeah.
no. And you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but what I'm about to tell y'all, I can eat the gravy and the mashed potatoes, but do you know what I do with a steak?
What's that?
I'll slap it between two goddamn sandwich buns and fucking eat it.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Never thought of
I
that.
might even throw some mayonnaise on it and some damn cheese and eat
Nice.
it. I'm not that typical guy, man. A steak to me is just a piece of meat.
Yeah.
You can eat it any kind of way.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, what's the difference between hamburger meat and a steak?
It's just the texture.
Yeah.
Just the
Nothing
texture.
really.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
One's grinded up and the other
Yeah.
one's not.
Mhm.
So there's really no difference between the two. So putting some mayonnaise on there and some cheese and make it into like a little. Oh, dude, and I gotta have Texas toast. You guys got Texas toast up there?
Oh yeah.
We
Yep.
do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
that we
Man,
do.
slap that bad boy between a Texas toast sandwich.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've had
And what?
steak with garlic butter drizzled on it while it's on the grill. That's
Yeah,
some good eating.
you
That's
are
some good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's y'all famous beer up there?
We've
Famous?
got Labatt's
Labatt?
or Molson. Yeah, Labatt's or
Yeah.
Molson's. Yeah, like where we are, like our hometown, London.
Mhm.
That's like the original city that Labatt's beer came from.
Yeah, it
But,
has its own Labatt's factory,
yeah,
which has
but
been there since a long time.
1850s. But yeah, Budweiser owns it now. So
Yeah.
Oh, so I was about to say that. So it's like the Budweiser of the states.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, Budweiser owns Labatt's now. So yeah.
So yeah, man, a good greasy steak with some cheese between two bread and some beer. I'm good to go. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's universal. Yeah, universal cuisine right there. Yeah.
yeah, I can't beat it, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys. We've been talking for 2 hours.
Yeah. Doesn't
Tell
seem
the
like it.
world. That's okay. Hey, tell the world how to get a hold of you guys.
Well, if you guys want to check us out, we just had posted four social media pages. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. And all you have to do is go on any of those and search sniper_paranormal. And we're the first ones that come up. Go and check out a lot of our photos, different sites, videos. We have evidence footage. We just started doing shorts and reels, which really catches people's attention by the looks of it. So we'll be continuing doing that. But yeah, if you want to check us out, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Spotify, sniper_paranormal. All right.
All right. Hey guys, yes, please check these guys out, man. They're funny, and you know what? They seem like they know what they're doing up there in Canada. So, if you guys are ever up there in the Great North, hey, in Ontario, Canada, London, Ontario, please, man, give them a call, check them out. Maybe they can show you guys around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And I'm
saying?
really sorry. I'm really sorry about my technical difficulties. I apologize for that. And I know it's a common thing us Canadians do is
It's
apologize. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it.
No,
yes,
thank you.
please.
Thanks for having us.
Uh,
Thanks for having us.
yes, yes, guys. Hey, please look these guys up, man. Show them support, show them love. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, and following. Make sure you
Yeah.
hit that button on Instagram, man. Let's get these numbers up for these guys.
Thanks.
For those of you guys that are internationally, uh, people like you, Irene, that are in Japan, thank you for
Yeah.
coming on the show.
Thank
All
you.
you guys that are over there in
Thank
the
you.
UK, appreciate you guys, even though it's a little late over there. You know,
Early.
all you drunkies, hey, appreciate you guys coming on the show, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But hey, like I say, JC,
Hmm.
pleasure. Mike,
Pleasure.
pleasure. Steve, pleasure. Let's
Pleasure.
do it again, man.
Yes, definitely.
We'll do.
I'll be contacting you guys to set up another date,
Looking forward to it.
so it can be done again. This time
Without,
we'll
yeah.
do it correctly, But hey,
Yeah.
everybody have technical problems. You know what I'm saying? But in the
We're actually
meantime,
better. We're better with technology than what we
Yeah.
just showed you. So don't
yes.
base this on anything. Please and thank you.
There you go. Hey, maybe you guys. Hey, I can see you guys starting a podcast within the next couple of years or so.
That would be quite interesting. I could see our good handy tech there would best candidate to get that started.
Oh man, it's pretty simple, man. If I can do
Yeah.
it in 20 minutes, you guys can do it.
Well,
You
we
know what
really
I mean?
appreciate this opportunity,
Yeah.
dude. So
Oh,
we're
no
very grateful.
problem, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys because I thought you guys were, you know, had like 50 podcast episodes. Hey, man, for you guys to come on my show for the very first time ever, hey, I really appreciate it. I really do.
Thanks.
I mean, because
Yeah, thank you.
you guys could have chose anybody to do it, but you guys chose me. And plus I called you. No, oh
Well,
no, I didn't call you. I messaged you, I believe
yeah, yeah.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
look forward to
Uh,
doing it again with you, dude.
yes, sir, man.
Yeah,
Next time we'll have some. I expect zingers from all you guys.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
we're gonna get some more under our belt now that we're
Yep.
really starting to take off and taking off on a level that we weren't at before COVID. So
Well,
we'll keep on
it's
going.
long story short. You guys mentioned COVID, how it slowed you guys down.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, it. We actually picked up when COVID actually hit.
Well,
Oh,
the
really?
issue was with me is I was kind of afraid to go back to the places that we've been, like Lawrence House and Elm House, and try to get in because we kind of knew that they had their restrictions going on, and this was something new they were trying to deal with. So basically, I thought, you know what, I'll let this play through, and I don't want to sit there and make things more complicated for businesses and that than it already is. I don't want to add to that. So I thought, you know what, I'll give it till everything's back somewhat normal and to jump back into it. And that's basically why we didn't really, and plus, people would be paranoid about, oh, there's 3 4 guys coming in, wear masks, you got to have your shots. We don't know how anal they were about people coming on their property with masks and shots, like in case we
Mhm.
our shots or we didn't get them yet, or just all the like the shit you don't like, red tape, right?
Right.
So
Damn red tape.
Yep.
yeah,
You
so
know,
yeah,
but
basically we thought we'd just take those 2 years and just you know check out, make a new
I,
game plan.
I hear you. But
Yeah,
down here, man, everything was closed. So
yeah, same
everything
here.
everything that we thought was haunted, I don't know if you guys got a spaghetti warehouse. You guys got a spaghetti warehouse up there?
No.
Not that we know of. That's
Dude,
something, though.
it seems like every spaghetti warehouse is haunted.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. The one in Houston was allegedly haunted. The one in Austin was haunted.
Really?
The one in Dallas is haunted. And I'm like, damn, dude, what the
Hmm.
hell with all these haunted spaghetti warehouses?
I've never even heard of a spaghetti warehouse. Have you guys?
Yeah,
I've never
No.
heard of one, but that's interesting.
They have a spaghetti factory in Toronto. That's the only one I know of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
spaghetti
Yeah.
warehouse.
Hey, you
Okay.
guys
And
got all
hey,
the cool
dude,
shit down there.
Yeah.
where else? How can you cook so many different? How can you cook spaghetti in 20 different ways and it still come out tasting like spaghetti?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's pretty fantastic, though.
I mean, you can bake it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you deep fry spaghetti? Can you, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Can you smother it? I mean, there's so many. How many different ways can you cook it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got East Side Mario's here. We don't have spaghetti warehouse. Yeah.
East Side Mario's. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
guys. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys get out of here, man. Like I
Okay.
say, it's been a pleasure.
Same for us.
Let's set up something for. Oh, let's check the schedule right quick. I have. If we're not investigating on Fridays, I pretty much got every Friday available in March. Now
Well,
Saturday
March.
and Sunday are booked, but any Friday I'm available.
Right. See, the thing is, we got another interview coming up, and we got three investigations coming up before summer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Arlington in October. Well, how about we put a few investigations under our belt first?
Yeah. Have
Experience
more
some
to talk
cool
about.
stories for you, and maybe book something for the fall. Would that be
Well,
all right?
that'll work.
And then
That'll
I
work
also,
for me.
yeah,
But okay, now when you mean fall, your fall and my fall are totally two different falls.
November, October, November. Well, it'll be after Arlington, so end of October, beginning of November,
Oh man. Okay.
just so
We
that
can.
we can get some more stories for you. And I want
Hmm.
to make sure that my camera's going to work. So I might want to get on with you for a trial run, just me and you, just to make sure my camera's up and running.
Okay.
Because I
All
don't
right.
I don't want this issue again, and I'm really sorry if I screwed up your show there again.
No, you're fine, bro.
Okay.
You are fine. Matter of fact, I got people texting me back. Actually, they're on my phone asking me if did you guys make it back on the on?
Well, I got my audio on. That's
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
work
the
with that.
audio.
At least I
I
can
told them,
conversation.
and I told them the audio is on. I don't know. Uh,
Just tell them I'm sorry for disappointing them. I have no idea what happened, but I'll fix it for next time.
I told you it's the aliens, man.
It's something, dude. Because honestly, nothing. This has never happened before. Like nothing like this has happened before, and I don't understand. We make videos all the time doing this.
Mm.
And,
It's the MIB.
yeah, yeah.
It's us. No, yeah.
Oh man, let me stop before they come knocking on my door.
And they swing
All
that
right,
flashy
guys. Hey,
thing.
you
All right.
you guys enjoy your evening, man. Appreciate you coming on the show. And
Thanks, man. You
I'm
too.
looking forward to doing it again. Hey guys, this is
So
Terry
do
with
we.
NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. The concluding of another great podcast. But this time I was in Canada. Gotcha. London, Ontario, man, with Sniper
Hey,
Paranormal. Make sure you
yeah.
go check these guys out, man. Support them. Hey, I'm looking at their Instagram right now, and it's they have 56 posts, 240 followers, and 469 following. Hey, no matter what, let's get these numbers up, man. You can't do much about the post, but let's get the followers and the following up. Let's get all those numbers up. Show them support and all that.
There's
You
more
know,
to
and all
come.
that
Yep.
stuff. So, guys,
All right.
you guys enjoy the rest of your evening.
Have a good
You
weekend.
too,
Well,
Terry.
buddy.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Good.
All
Talk
right.
to you again.
Yes, sir.
Take
Okay.
care.
Let's see here. All right, guys. Another successful podcast. Hey, another great team. Hey, those guys are doing great up there, man. Like I said, go support them and all that stuff. Make sure you reach out to them, even just to say hello. You know what I'm saying? Support, support, support. They keep that pair of unity. It can't be no other way but the right way. In the meantime, I'm about to get out of here, man, and go grab me something to eat. And but I've already eaten, so I'll probably go grab me something to drink. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.